So I haven't made a video response to Onision, Greg, for quite some time, as his last video I was actually quite happy about, which was telling you that he was going to be done giving his personal life on the internet. But of course, we all knew that deep down that he was lying about that, and he would eventually, over time, 1 or 2 months, make another video releasing his public life and his private life on the internet like he usually does. Anyways, this is a video response to Greg, yet again. Down below in the description there is a playlist. You click that playlist, you will be able to see every video response I've ever made to Onision. I would definitely recommend checking them out, because I do some very good responding to some of his problems and concerns, and just what he does on YouTube.
Hey guys, this is very unpro of me to be so personal, as I haven't been personal in some time. However, I've tried to handle some personal issues privately, as I promised I would, and I have had no success whatsoever in doing so. So this is my formal public request for my ex-wife to let me move on.
This proves that you are stupid. And no, I'm not trying to personally attack you, I'm really not. I'm just saying flat out that you are stupid, that you are actually making a request video like this, when in reality you're actually doing it only for attention, as that while you're trying to make a public request like you're doing, it's not going to do a darn thing.
To let me be happy and to go her own way. I've been paying her $1,000, and as of late more than $1,000 every single month for over a year now, since February of last year. And she just keeps taking and taking and taking and taking, despite the fact that business as of late hasn't been very good.
Greg, shut the front door. Are you freaking serious? You have over 500,000 subscribers. You have over 40 million, way over 40 million total YouTube views on your main channel. You are still bringing in lots and lots of money. You have videos with millions and millions of views. But the worst problem is that you're trying to play the victim card, as if your ex-wife is taking money from you, when you're too stupid to realize that the courts made a legal decision, which means that you have to pay your wife. When you get married to someone, you have a social contract between one another. Why do you think celebrities are always divorcing and marrying other people so they can grab bits and pieces of money from rich people and then divorce them and get more money off of them? The courts decided legally that you need to pay your ex-wife, and that the fact that you're saying that she's taking from you is incorrect, because the courts, it's law, it's alimony. You take that risk of getting married to a girl, and then if you divorce her, part of your funds and part of your things that you own go to her. Quite frankly, I don't even understand how someone like you could even have been married.
So it's like no matter how much I suffer, she always gets the same. And it's like, the relationship has been over for so long. Why is she still taking from me? It doesn't make sense. Imagine you guys are with someone and they just keep pulling and pulling and pulling and sucking and sucking and sucking all your energy away from you because of this financial debt. This debt that is completely superficial, because the basis of it is so unfair.
Nobody, it's not unfair, it's the law. You get married with someone, you get committed to someone, you have a social contract with someone. When they divorce you or you divorce them, you owe them parts of your house, your items. You have to split it equally in half. That's not unfair, that's reasonable. For how old you are, Greg, you really need to grow up and learn how the real world works in today's society. You're not a prepubescent little 14-year-old boy.
The agreement was originally signed out of fear that I would lose more. More which I do not have. If I had the money to pay her off, I would do it in a heartbeat just so I could move on. But the bottom line is I don't. I don't have the money. And I'm so scared that things aren't going to work out for me in the future, and I'm still going to have this bill over my head, and I'm not going to be able to make it by. Because there's no clause that says, you know, if you don't make enough, then it's okay, you can stop paying. No, there's nothing. The only thing it says is basically I have to be dead in order to stop making these payments. I have to be dead. Talk about incentive of suicide. Well, if I kill myself, at least I don't have to pay my ex-wife anymore. That's it. You know? I have to be dead. I could be sick in the hospital making maybe $500 a month. Still got to pay her $1,250 every single month, regardless of my circumstances. Even if I file bankruptcy, the agreement still apparently stands. And you know who holds the key to my happiness, to my freedom, to my ability to be able to move on in my life? My ex-wife.
Really, you're letting someone else hold your happiness? You know, I've made numerous videos on my channel talking about how you shouldn't let somebody control you, how you shouldn't let someone control your happiness, to be who you are, be happy despite your circumstances, despite your trials, despite what you have to go through in life, because life can be a real pain in the butt. I will tell you that from my personal experience. But the fact that you're letting your own wife hold your happiness, well, if you keep doing that, you probably will commit suicide. And by all means, I don't support suicide, but I guarantee you the YouTube community wouldn't miss you if you did. You are, in fact, a child, Onision, and you need to grow up. It's not a matter of moving on, it's that you haven't matured enough to realize that what moving on actually means. Yeah, I had a terrible 2-year relationship with an ex-girlfriend who slandered me, spread lies about me, but you don't see me making videos saying, well, my ex-girlfriend holds the key to my happiness if we ever get back together again. Heck no! I don't understand it! I don't understand it! You are like a full adult in a 15-year-old teenage body. How does it work? I don't understand.
But does she care? Does she give a rat's butt if I suffer?
Let me tell you something, Greg. You have no idea what suffering is. Don't sit there in your little cradle of power on YouTube that influence the thousands of little fans that you influence, those 15-year-old girls, and don't tell me you know what suffering is, because you don't. I do. Suffering either does two things to a person. It makes them stronger, or it makes them weak. And in your case, it's made you weak. You think that having to pay $1,200 a month is suffering? I would rather spend $1,200 of my hard-earned money every single month to bring one of my best and closest friends back from committing suicide. So don't tell me, don't even say that paying $1,200 a month to your ex-wife is suffering, because you don't even know, you can't even comprehend what the word suffering is. Your measly little $1,200 you have to pay a month is not suffering. It's called life, and when you marry someone and put the Twinkie in the peach and then divorce them, you have to pay them money. That's how the world works. Grow up.
No. She doesn't want to have to get a job where she could fully pay for everything that she has in her life. It's too easy to dry me completely of blood. And I have to do this for the next 5 years of my life. Who knows where I'll be in 5 years? I signed that agreement out of fear. Because initially she was pursuing me for $150,000. Dropped it down to 90, and I was like, well, that's way better than 150. But should I have signed it? No. Did she sign the original agreement which said I only had to pay her $12,000? Yes. Did she honor that contract? No. So what am I supposed to do now? Bottom line is there's nothing I can do except die. So, that's it. Didn't cry, didn't get all emotional or anything, which is good. But I would like to say, Sky, if you are watching this video, please let me move on. I want you to move on. I want you to live a happy life independent from other people's aid, just as I'm doing right now.
You do realize that you've contradicted yourself in your entire video. You say that you're living independent from Sky. Well, earlier in the video you just said your happiness and your freedom is rooted in her. So you can't truly be independent. So you truly can't be independent because your happiness and freedom results in your ex-girlfriend and what she does, and you having to pay her money. So right here you've just contradicted yourself and made a gigantic lie, essentially.
please take responsibility. Please honor the original agreement. I won't try to take the money back that I paid you beyond the agreement. And I will forgive you completely for doing all you have done. But please, Sky, just let go. Let me move on. Let me be happy, and you be happy too. This relationship has been over for far too long. I've paid you so much. Just let go.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure what else I can say in this video because I think I've pretty much said it, but essentially he is the person who needs to move on, and I think most will agree that if you root your happiness into somebody else and depend upon someone else bringing you happiness all the time, you will be let down, you will be depressed, and you will be disappointed because humans are finite, we make mistakes, we are not perfect human beings. And to root someone's happiness in what they do or don't do, that's very destructive lifestyle. And you know, Greg, if you are watching this, which I assume you will be because I'm going to ask all of my subscribers and people who have Twitter to tweet you this video, mainly because I'm blocked on Twitter. Yesterday you blocked me on your Facebook fan page, I'm blocked on your YouTube channel, both of them, so I have no way to actually send this video to you. The thing you need to realize about me, Greg, is that while I may seem harsh on this camera towards you, it's because I truly want you to actually grow up. I know that says a lot on your part to grow up, but truly and honestly, I would like to see you honestly start to mature and be actually a responsible adult and know how to live your life above reproach. In fact, if I was to meet you in real life, which I know you live in Seattle or have a studio in Seattle, I would not be this harsh towards you in real life. In fact, I would actually, despite me disliking all the stuff you do on YouTube, I would in fact befriend you. And while I don't consider myself someone and a huge advice giver and knows all the answers for everything, I do think that I could extremely help you within your current situation on how to deal with your problems. That's just my opinion though. Take it or leave it. I'm Mr. Repsion, also known as Daniel Sulzbach. Peace to rep out. And if I have my viewers and subscribers watching this, please tweet this video to him. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching.